round 3. First 2 rounds very close. But what else is new when these two fight each other? It was interesting that Canelo said, I'm going after the knockout in round 1. When we told Golovkin about that, he goes, you know what? It's all BS. He's just talking trash. He knows he's not going to knock me out in the first round.
That was the first heavy shot thrown by Canelo to the body, blocked by Triple G. You can expect a lot more body shots coming soon.
And Sergio, I'm with you about Golovkin paying more attention to the body. This has not been his game, especially in recent years. The first 2 fights,
counter left from Canelo.
First 2 fights, he landed a combined total of 14 body shots.
The crowd's starting to heat up a little bit as Canelo scores. Step in left hook again. Here's the aggression we were waiting for.
Yeah, I believe Golovkin hasn't been aiming to the body because it makes him vulnerable to the uppercuts of Canelo. Canelo has the more explosive hands. So the speed on Canelo's part and the power, I would say, edges out Golovkin.
I agree with you, Sergio. And it's been showing so far. Canelo's been landing some pretty good shots and been making the marks on Golovkin's face already. One thing I remember about fighting Canelo in the fight that we had was that Canelo's very tick-tocky. You have to sometimes time him. You have to be understanding that he's a trickster, you know? But watch his feet, watch his shoulders, because it all has to come together for him to make those power shots.
Yeah, that's that improved upper body movement, because if you look at his feet, they're flat-footed. He's not much of a...
Now Canelo stepping in, and that gets a nod of approval from Triple G. Good glory from Alvarez, and he got Triple G backing up.
What Canelo lacks in foot speed, he makes up with hand speed.
All right, let's check in with Sean Porter.
Well, y'all, we got a really methodical, slow start from both guys. Really, both guys are looking, trying to set things up. Now, we see through 3 rounds, Canelo is starting to pick it up, and Triple G really doesn't have an answer right now. What I think is Triple G needs to start to use his jab more, double up on that jab, and start to put more punches together. If Triple G does not increase his punch output immediately, he's going to fall behind, and he's never going to catch up.
Here comes Canelo applying the pressure. The question asked earlier is who's going to fight on the front foot, and right now it's the Mexican.
Yeah, so far this feels a lot more like the second fight than it does the first.
Again with the jab. Canelo really doing well with that left jab.
Le estás ganando todos los jabs, hijo, ¿eh? Ok, poco a poco, mira, empezando a dominar. Ok, ahí va, estás trabajando bien. Déjalo para atrás, vas bien, y fue poco a poquito, hay que empezar a dominarlo. Ya cuando empiecemos a dominarlo, empezamos a...
You started to dominate, you're getting first in the jab. He's sure he wants to throw that right.
Cerradito, cerradito.
Keeping you shut.
Look at the markings all over the face now of Gennady Golovkin. Is the power of Alvarez just going to be too much for the 40-year-old?
I don't think it'll be the power, Todd. I think it'll be the speed and the accuracy, the precision that will be too much for an older fighter.
Yeah, Canelo's just been a step ahead of Golovkin the entire night.
It is Mexican Independence Day weekend, and Vegas has been rocking the last few days. 90% of the people in the building, at least, are cheering for Alvarez.
I like the upper body movement by Golovkin. It's kind of keeping Canelo off court. It's not really landing anything completely, even though the crowd is making you think so, but efficient defense by Golovkin.
Just a second ago, Serge. Once again, Canelo is just making those overhand right reaches to around the guard. He's putting the beats on him now. It's really masterful right now what I'm seeing Canelo do.
And Sergio, whatever you think about the ring generalship or the movement of Golovkin, he's just not throwing a lot of power shots back. It's just an occasional jab with nothing else behind it.
Yeah, right now he's being outsped by the younger fighter. So speed's not going to be on Golovkin's side, but blunt power is.
Well, according to CompuBox, Triple G has only landed 6 power punches the whole fight.
And he already got hit with 2 big left hooks. There's 3.
Okay, that's not unusual for opponents of Canelo Alvarez. They're reluctant to let that right hand go because they know if they miss, something big is coming back.
And keep in mind, Bivol lost most of the early rounds against Canelo before turning things around late. Maybe Triple G can do the same.
And the reason I think Golovkin neglects the body in that second fight, and he's neglected it now, is because he's afraid of the catch and the uppercuts and the counters from the faster hands of Canelo. But in order for Golovkin to win this fight, he has to go down to Canelo's body as well.
Partially blocked, but still moved Gennady away. 10 seconds to go here in the 4th. Waiting for Triple G to land something of consequence.
You got it. I see what you're doing. And I see how you move. But you got to start shooting the jab more. This is what I need you to do. I need you to believe in everything we worked on and start shooting your shot. Because that's all he's doing is something because you're not doing it. So all you have to do, believe in yourself. Believe in what we're doing.
And so as we can see, Canelo being a much sharper, much faster, cleaner fighter, he's landed a good up jab to the face of Golovkin. And also, with the power that Canelo has, we're able to see him land a really good hook to get Triple G's nods of approval.
What did you make of the advice in the corner, Chris?
I thought it was interesting, to say the least. Clearly, there's a game plan that Jonathan Banks and Gennady Golovkin have concocted for this fight, but Golovkin, to this point, is not executing, not even attempting to implement. I thought the word choice, believe in what you worked on, was interesting.
He did also add, you got to shoot your shot.
Yeah, that means you got to take more chances. You got to start fighting like the monster you once were. But that's what happens when you age as a fighter.
At one point, Triple G had knocked out 23 straight opponents until a man named Daniel Jacobs went the distance with him. But right now, Triple G does not look like he has any type of...
You have to understand the nature of this game. You have to understand the nature of this game. It's a young man's sport. Experience can only get you but so far. Does Triple G know exactly how to use his experience to keep this young bull off him? It seems hard to bear right now.
And that's a good point. That's what Canelo needs to do. He needs to fight like the younger fighter with more vigor, more stamina. Push the 40-year-old fighter. Make him feel his age. Do it early and do it often. Canelo aiming at the left bicep of Golovkin now, doing exactly what he did with Smith.
He did with Bivol as well.
And with Bivol as well.
Bivol said he couldn't lift his arms above.
Got a taste of that, absolutely.
Just waiting for Triple G to just come alive.
For the right explosive opportunity to counter. A big shot from Golovkin.
Here's Chris Mannix's scorecard through 4.
Yeah, I've got a 4 rounds to none in favor of Canelo Alvarez. Just has been dictating the pace of this fight. Golovkin operating largely behind the jab, not landing many, if any, power shots of consequence. If he's going to win this fight, if he's going to get back into this fight, he's got to open up.
Oh, that was off balance, but not good optics for Golovkin as Alvarez looks like the bully in there. Oh, big overhand right.
That shook Golovkin.
I don't like the look in Golovkin's face. There's a look of insecurity right now. This big drama show.
After his loss to Bivol, this looks like a new Canelo and an old Triple G.